Hi, everyone, and welcome again to the Performance Podcast. Today, on this lovely episode, we have someone who's very versatile and someone that I actually resonate with because she's not just someone in sports science, but she is also in sports management. And the kind of work that she's done across, I think, IPL and UTT, if I'm not wrong, is just amazing. So, welcome on board, Ashwati. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good too, and thank you so much for taking time out to come on our podcast. It really means a lot.
Thank you so much for having me in Performance Podcast. After listening to all the episodes, it's nice to be on this part of it. Yeah.
Oh my God, you are somebody who's supposed to be here. So, to start off with, can you share a little bit about your journey into sports science? What inspired you to take up the different verticals that you have? So, yeah.
Yeah. Sure. So I used to do professional athletics back in school, where I used to compete for the school. Then going to university, I used to also compete for the university. So in school only, I had decided that I will do sports science. It was a new course that was introduced in Ramachandra back then. So I was clear. I even did my 11th and 12th science to support my sports science in uni. So once I was into sports science, I realized that it is having multidisciplinary things and we get to choose something to do in masters. So that's how I went into sports management because at the end of the day, I wanted to work with athlete, but I also wanted to keep moving. And, I want a very active work lifestyle. So I chose sports management right after sports science was very clear next in what I need to do.
So,
Abhi.
have you done formal education in sports management also?
Yes, I completed my MBA in sports management. So I was
Lovely.
a COVID batch. I did from UCAM University in Spain. Though I didn't get to go to Spain, yeah, it was very nice working with international faculties as well. And
Okay.
after that, we started our academy high performance center with my
Mhm.
partner. He's my senior in athletics, and back then he was my strength and conditioning coach. And we kicked it off in Trivandrum in Kerala, and it's going well. We have become bigger. We have more teams coming in now. And I started working as a freelance sports consultant. So I got the opportunity to work in ISL and IPL, which are like two big leagues happening now in India.
Definitely.
It's
Yeah.
going great. Yeah.
Lovely. Lovely. So if you are drawing parallels between handling the management side of things and looking at an athlete, from their background. So technically when we are handling both, we're literally handling end to end. So what would you describe that as?
I would say that for someone who has been through it all, I know exactly where they want help in and where we can give our help in. But whatever we do, it's a team in the end. It cannot be like I can do everything for the athlete. I should also, be good in a team setting where I am working with a lot of people to help that athlete perform better. You would
Yeah.
know better because, yeah, the performance doctor is a multidisciplinary team. And
Yeah.
yeah, so. We have to
So,
work.
I mean, talking about multidisciplinary team, that was actually going to be my next question to you, is what is your take on that? Because it's an up and coming thing. I know we've been doing this in bits and pieces where two departments or three departments work together at the most, but
Mhm.
bringing together, so like what we are doing right now is bringing together five departments.
Yes.
So that's something that is just up and coming, and I've seen like a lot of people, lot of talent who are doing this now. So what is your take on that?
Okay. So now that I've worked across like grassroots athletes to like leagues, I've seen that in leagues it is already being implemented in India, which is a great news. And I've seen that people are working together for bringing back athlete. Not only initially it was like the physio will be involved or the doctors will be involved while uh, injury, while doing rehab and getting the athlete back from an injury. But right now, even there are steps taken forward for injury prevention also, so right from beginning, they are involved with the team on the best practices. But still, I would say in grassroots level, it is yet to be implemented. And actually, people are not aware that these many opportunities are there where we can work together and develop together. That's what I would say. But it is great seeing it implemented and how it works. I will say that it all depends on having a great team, having people of your same energy who want to work together. That is the first thing we also look forward to when we get into a team. And once the energy is set, it is all about, bringing in ideas and, respecting each other's idea and keeping the athlete in the center and working around the athlete.
There's a lot of tech that is coming into sports science these days. What are some pieces that you have used, and what are some things that you think are like a great addition?
So the tech that I use every day is the smartwatch. So I've used both Garmin and Apple, and the insights that we get from them are like very useful in terms of people who know to use the data well. But it's also so simplified that anyone without the knowledge can also use it. So I would always suggest, like when I work with tech people, I've worked with some of the tech which is getting developed in IIT Madras, like as their study group and all. So what I would say is that for the athlete and coaches to get the data and get an understanding from it, it is more useful if they just simplify the data or give the reference in a very simple way so that they can follow.
Okay.
So yes, tech is like booming in India, and also I would say that not that I've used, but I've also seen a lot of tech being used in terms of athlete heat mapping when they're competing and all that, which the sports analysts use right now, which is huge data, which can not only lead to performance enhancement, but a lot of injury prevention can happen. And we know the capability of an athlete, and we can stop him before he pushes himself too far to the injury. So
Can
yeah,
can you elaborate a little more on heat mapping for the viewers?
okay. So heat mapping is like a technique where the GPS data on the athlete is checked throughout the duration, and you can see where he has used most of his energy, like for sprinting, and where he has put a lighter intensity in his game. And with that, we can identify we get so much data from heat mapping actually, but it's more of, letting the athlete know that he is getting ready for that level of intensity when he's competing, and at the same time making sure that they're not pushing more. So if you know he is wearing out, you substitute him with the next player. So you
Makes
prevent that injury from happening. So that much data you're getting as an analyst sitting there and watching the game, and you tell your coach about it. So again, a teamwork. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that is something that is definitely gonna change the future of athletic training and performance analysis as a whole.
Yes.
So jumping again to management, can you tell us some really exciting thing that has happened, or this is like my most memorable moment of handling, either IPL or ISL?
Okay. So actually many people think that in sports management that we work very closely with athlete, we have access to so many things, but that is like not true. A
Yes,
lot we don't have much contact with the athletes or the players or that much access to all the arena because of professional reasons. And one thing is that on match days we are very caught up with our work.
of
Yeah.
course.
And but one thing that is like very exciting for me is obviously seeing these big players like playing in the field in front of me, just watching them on TV and then seeing them in person, like play their game out is something that is very touching for me also to be in the field. And second thing, being in sports management field and working with is that when people come and tell me that, oh, this happened, were you there to witness it live? Did you see it happen? What is your take on it? So that's very special for me. So how much ever we watch it on TV, being live during that situations makes it like more special for me.
And I know venue operations is very, very challenging.
Yeah.
So, what is it like handling the most passionate crowd with CSK?
Okay. So with CSK, one thing is that the fans are I have no words to describe it. They are in for the team, they are loyal, and they are there rooting for the team always. So when
Loyal, okay.
okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, that was
any day a Chepauk is crowded. Yeah, so yeah, getting a crowded stadium in one way is an advantage, but also there's a lot of preparation involved when you are expecting a crowded stadium. So we will keep safety and security as the high priority, but also bringing down to basic amenities like making sure even the toilets are like ready and available to use is something that we have to do in venue operations. So just checking that everything is like on the right place at the right time, working well till the fans come and leave the stadium is something that we do in venue ops. So yeah, it's end to end. Like I have, it's a big checklist that we get, and we have to tick off everything before every match. And just
Wow.
pray to God that nothing goes wrong. But we also have contingency. Yeah, it's also being prepared for the worst. Yeah, but pray that it doesn't happen. Yeah.
Of course, fingers crossed. That's actually like amazing. So if you are going to suggest something to somebody who's looking at taking sports as a career, what would that piece of advice be?
Yeah, so first thing is research your way through it, because right now in India there is like n number of options to get yourself like educated in sports. There are diploma courses, there are like proper BSc, MSc, MBA courses coming up, and there are also a lot of certification courses. So depend upon your time and resources, like do your research and choose what you want to do, and also make sure you talk to people who have done it and what they are doing right now, so that we don't get into something with a lot of belief and it doesn't happen in the end. So first is like do your research, and second thing, no matter how much you learn in sessions, keep updating yourself, and that's why I always tell them to follow networks. And like pages on Instagram where people share their experiences. So get into networks, have a very good network, share experiences and ideas. And the third thing would always be like be ready to do the grunt work, never like complain, do the internship, do the any opportunity you get, take it up and give your best, and what your work will speak for you is what I would say.
That that is so important. Like I think I resonate with every single point that you just put forward here. So going forward, what is next for you? What are you looking forward to? What's happening?
Okay. Next for me is something that I have always wanted to start, a women's wellness community. So I'm going to work for it. Uh, and I try to see what steps I can take to move forward. Again, I want to create a team where they get like nutrition support and like psychology support, and not only strength and conditioning. Something that's already been happening in Chennai and Bangalore, but I would also wanted to bring it to Kerala, and help people know that they can improve their performance potential in a much bigger way once they are in the right hands. So that's something that we would want to focus on.
That's actually a very noble and amazing thing to do. So I'm glad to hear that. And
Mm.
of course, if there's any way that we can be a part of it, let's discuss that. That's great. And I think this was a very fun session, very quick, a little bit of here and there. And I think our viewers would have gotten a lot of insight into what goes behind the scenes, because that is, so important. And thank you so very much, Ashwati, for taking these 15-20 minutes of your time for us.
Thank you. Thank you. It was
Right.
so nice. I mean, I want to hear from you as well. Someone should, reverse and do a podcast with you and get to know your things. And I hope
So,
that someday I'll be able to do it. Yeah.
Shiny has, you should actually check it out.
Yeah, I will.
Yes.
I will. I will do that.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Ashwati.
Thank you. Thank you so much.